Good morning, everybody. A brand new day has dawned for Native Instruments because they have just released Komplete 14. Hope you admire how much we spend on graphics on this channel. It is an absolute whopper. It has got over 140 instruments, over 100 expansion packs. There's a total of 141,000 sounds in the collector's edition. That means if you listen to 10 sounds a day, it would take you, 38 years to listen to the whole lot? Okay, so this is not a diet biscuit of a sound collection. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet. Right at the heart of it is a brand new version of Kontakt 7. Now, for a lot of people, that is their workhorse. That is what drives their day-to-day music making. And so that's what we're going to be looking at in detail. It comes with a brand new Factory Library, Factory Library 2. And so I'm going to be writing a piece of music with Factory Library 2 and looking at Kontakt 7. Let's go, back to the shed. Now, those of us who walk on the wild side of cinematic composition get slightly nervous when we get these sort of whole digit upgrades, because if I install this on my system and I'm halfway through an enormous movie for Disney, is it going to break everything? I'm going to take one for the team, jump in with both feet and install the whole lot, and we'll see how we get on. Let's go back to the shed and I'll show you what I think. Now, one other thing. If you've got the humongous collector's edition, and thank you very much indeed, Native Instruments. They've given me a copy of this, full disclosure, but they haven't sponsored the video or had any say in the content. It is a 1 terabyte download. Yeah, so that's going to take a while, but I have downloaded the essential parts of it, Kontakt and 30 or 40 instruments, some of the more promising ones, so that we can get straight in and have a look. Now, I should say, when I was saying, the trepidation about, if I'm in the middle of a movie, Kontakt 7 will exist with Kontakt 6 on your system. So if you have a mega grope kind of Kontakt 6 template, it'll be completely untouched. The downside is, if you want to replace all those instances of Kontakt 6 with Kontakt 7, you're going to have to set aside a few days and rebuild your template. I think it is the best way around, because you could have a system whereby, like, Kontakt 6 was the actual plugin was just called Kontakt, and I thought probably when they went to 7 they would still call it Kontakt so that it would automatically replace everything. But if there was then an incompatibility or something, it would be horrible. So I'm really glad that they've stuck to keeping 6 and 7 separate. But is it any good? Now we'll find out. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new look Kontakt 7. The first thing that strikes you, it hits you right between the eyes, you can hardly miss it, is this new browser, which is very similar to the browser they use for Native Instruments Komplete, and it's even starting to look more and more like Native Access. So what you're getting is a sort of unified UI experience. Now, what this actually does, when you get into it, you'll see you've got all these categories up the top here. So you can search, if you want to see bass synths, it'll come up and tell you, here's some bass synths or bowed strings, or do you see what I mean? It's quite cool. It's very useful. It is. I mean, look, I am not naturally drawn to the browser interface as my way of working, because I'm used to using the old files and libraries thing. And, the complete system on my Native Instrument keyboard, I can take all it. This, however, is really quite useful. And there's a hidden strength to this. For those of us who use both, these are all the Native Instruments libraries, but look what's here. 8dio Adagietto. You can add your custom libraries. And that means that all those libraries which are not Native Instruments, sort of native libraries, you can now add. So where are that? Where did I put 8DO? 8DO is a classic example. Here we go, because they're all just, you need the full version of Kontakt to run any of these and all that. Okay, so if we just add choir, right, and close, now 8DO choir comes up, and look, you get all the stuff down the side, and you can just load them up, and there it goes. Now, what you also get, as you just saw there, is the old system. So you've got a choice of the two. This is very good. This is very good. So the being able to add custom folders is a really useful addition. Now, I believe, I don't use the quick load thing, but I think there are some issues with quick load, or things have changed. So if you're used to using the quick controls, you need to, I don't know how they work. I don't use them as part of my workflow, but I have seen people talking about, I'm not sure if that's going to work for me type thing, which is entirely reasonable. Now, one of the other things you won't have noticed yet, but you will in a second, is this has, if we go into one of the Native Instruments libraries, it has, there we go, get rid of that, get rid of that. This is what they call a high DPI interface. Now, it's all very, very zhuzhy and looks very lovely. If you happen to have a 4K or a 6K monitor or a 16K AR, VR monitor with extra zebra vision, then this will be extremely useful because as opposed to the old version, which I believe sort of disappeared into a little postage stamp, this is now scalable and will work really well on high definition monitors. So that's all good. Now, aside from the interface, there are apparently lots of things which have gone on under the bonnet, and exactly what those are, I don't know, but they will become clear, I'm sure, as we move on. I'm running this currently. This is Cubase, and it's running Silicon Native. This is another thing. Cubase, I mean, as you know, there's this thing about running Silicon Native plugins on M1 Macs, which more and more of you have got. They have to be specially programmed to run natively on the thing. Now, up to now, only Kontakt has been, but now they've added Guitar Rig and I think Complete Effects, and there's a sort of a direction of travel on their website which says by the end of 22, everything else is going to be done as well. So this is very good news for those of us who run on M1 Macs. Okay, all this aside, what does it actually sound like? Good question. What I've done here is I've made a little mini template. So we've got longs and shorts of everything. This is to pick up on the new factory library, which is, okay, so look, if we just go into, ironically, if you want to look at the factory library comes up under the Kontakt tab in here, down here somewhere. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Kontakt. There, that one there. So but it comes up with everything else. So you can go in here and you can sort it by banks and all the rest of it. If you just want to look at the Kontakt library, you have to go back here and then you can find it in the factory library by looking down the side. There you go, factory library 2. So what do you get? You get a load of stuff, really good stuff actually. So look, you've got not just orchestral stuff, you've got all kinds of things. You've got dulcimers, you've got lutes, you've got beats, you've got choir. Look, all this. You've got what else have we got? Under the orchestral stuff, you've got woodwinds, brass, percussion, and strings, as you expect. You get piccolo, flute, oboe, clarinet, and that's pretty much what I've loaded up here. So the interesting thing is these sounds, you're getting them, you will notice you're getting them in addition to, so you've still got all the old factory stuff, you've just got the new stuff as well. Now, if you look very carefully in the small grayed out print up here, you'll find quite a lot of these new sounds are done by Orchestral Tools. Our friends over there in Orchestral Tools. Hello, Orchestral Tools people. Look, the long and the short of it, it sounds great. In the old days, you'd sort of think the factory line, oh, it's what you use, you haven't got anything else. Actually, this is really good. It's pretty simple. I mean, look, it's not you're not going to get enormous numbers of articulations, but what you got works really well. So let's have a little look. Let's get this violin up. Hello, violin. Hello, Guy. Nice to see you again. Yes, it's nice to see you too. So you get, with the strings, spiccato, pizzicato, and tremolo. So I've just set up one on longs and one on shorts, and the long sound. That sounds very nice. No two ways about it. It sounds great. You're not getting true legato you're not getting true legato, you're getting longs and you're getting shorts. So just before we leap into sort of writing a piece with the orchestral thing, I just wanted a quick look through a couple of my favorite discoveries so far. And as I say, I haven't downloaded the whole lot yet. But those of you who like Straylight and Farlight and that series, there's a new one called Ashlight. Where did they get this stuff from? Okay, look. And it is just as good as the others. Let's try one at random. Oh, this is the... Oh! These textures are just... I really, really like this stuff. Okay. Oh no, hang on, that's the old one. Let me just get rid of that, get the new one up. Now, if you want to get the MIDI channel up and all that kind of thing, this took me a couple of minutes to find. You need to hit this little I button there, and then it all leaps into life and looks like you're used to, so you can then change the MIDI channel. So I really like that. I think that's absolutely great. Another complete standout for me is the choir. It's absolutely lovely. Oh yeah, look. Things I forgot to mention. There's an audio preview. So if the program has been designed with an audio preview in mind, you just click on it and you can hear that. Isn't that great? I like it. Look, small thing, but it makes me happy. Okay. Also, look at the graphics. Hang on. Let me get this. The graphics on some of this is, I know it's a small thing, but look, you move the mod wheel and the thing goes round and round. Call me a child, but that makes me happy. Okay. Look, but more to the point, it sounds lovely. Whoa! Ah, look! I'd accidentally layered two of them together. Interesting. Maybe I'll go back and do that again sometime. So hang on, let's get rid of you. Go away. Nope, don't want to see it. Right. And it's got a sequencer mode, which is quite cool as well. Oh, there we go, the sequencer mode. Put it on staccatos. So I presume I can edit this. Edit this. I should have worked out how to do this first, shouldn't I? Yes, of course I should. Oh, look, that's cool. So that's the volume. Okay. Let me... Okay. So I can build little sequences in here. That's quite nice. Okay, endless hours of fun. Right, getting this now. This is very, very good. And I mean, I'm sure once you've got your, script arrays, I have a feeling I've scratched some hidden depths here. Look, but the basic thing is, it sounds really nice. How long is it going to take me to learn all this stuff? Well, who cares? It's great. It's good. I'm enjoying myself. Right. Okay, let's have a look at a couple of other bits and pieces in the factory library before we... The factory library comes with choir, and it's none too shabby. So you can have all these individual vowels, or you can... Where's the vowel morph one? There we go. This is quite cool. Let's have our friend here. Hello, choir. So look. Watch the hand here. I like it. There is a lot in here to play with, a lot of which I haven't even started to look at, to be absolutely honest. I mean, you know, I've only had it a day or something. I'm particularly fond of things like dulcimers. Let's see what this is like. Whoa, that is perfectly fine. Oh yeah. Sorry, look, there's plenty to play with here. You're not going to run out of stuff to do, are you? Okay. And it all looks nice. Right. Okay, look, moving on. We were going to get into the... We are now going to have a go at writing a piece of music in this... Okay, look, just go for it, guys. So it's going to be a bit... I cannot tell you the number of times I've started a piece of music like that. This is a sort of like default setting. Oh, we can't think of anything else to do. But the point is, we're trying to work out whether we like this, how useful this library is. We're not trying to rewrite the history of writing cheesy bits of film music. Oh. Okay, let's now... What am I going to start with? Whoa! Like that. Now, what I've set up here is the timp, for example. You have a choice between roll and roll and hit. Look, you can turn the roll. It looks like it's a scripted roll. Look, because you can go, but I don't know, you know, but it sounds all right. So what we're going to do is make a little... Now, in order to make that work properly, so I can put a crescendo on it, I could do that using automation, but in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the volume. I'm going to fade it in like that, and I think that should be more effective because I want it to stop quickly. Ta-da! Okay, right. Now, what are we in? Come on, Guy, you must know what key you're in. Solo trombones. Okay, put a tuba under that. At some point, I'm going to have to come up with a tune. But I'm putting that moment off until I... Okay, I want to mix it up a bit. Now, you don't get violins 1 and 2. I've just put violin 1 and 2. You get a long and a short, and that's... What happens if I put... Is it going to sound ridiculous? Actually, what I might do, just to mix it up a bit, it is still eighth triplets, so I might go into step input mode. What, Guy? Don't be so silly! I'm sorry, I'm going to do it. Sorry, that was a bit loud. Now that could sound pants. Let's see. It wasn't what I intended, okay? Because I set it for 16th triplets instead of 8ths. Some of you are saying, yeah, but I like it. I know, but it wasn't what I meant. It's a bit of... Look, you can't start like that. It's just too much for me. Well, okay, we could start like that, but I'm not going to. Okay. That worked better in my head than it worked in out term. Maybe I'll put it in. That works better. Okay, you can start to see how this is coming together. No, you can't. Okay, so now we're going to go in with French horn ensemble. It's all good stuff. The music's a bit pants, but you get the gist. This is not like, you know, just a sort of, oh, here's something to play with. You know, it's you can write proper music with this, I think. No. Solo trumpet? Have I got a solo trumpet? I have. A little bit of a canon. Oh, no. I knew going up to chord 4 was a mistake. Go back, redo your line. Something like that might work better. That is very like a tune I wrote for something. What was it? Canon. Ah! And the wheels fell off. It's all right. Okay, so let's now get into the low. That's lovely. All over the shop. basses. Okay. Go on, commit, Guy. Are you going to dub up? No, I don't think so. Ah, okay. This does have, built into this, a sort of scripted legato, which means if you want to play it like that, which I do, you have to turn it off. What am I going to add to this? The kitchen sink guy. Okay, I think we need to add a bit more percussion in here. Graphic evidence up there, if evidence be needed, of how badly I play. Look, what's that? Is that in time? Is that in time with itself? Is it in time with anything? It's percussion, it's got to be in time. You complete. Dear, oh dear. One day I'll learn how to do this properly. I like these bass drums, they're kind of Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, what are we going to do here? Let's see what we can do with this choir. Are we going for factory choir? Yeah, we're going for factory choir. Yeah, factory choir. Factory choir. Factory choir. 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 Ah. Okay. I'll go with that. Let's have you. Go for it. I only got my act together halfway through. Coming up, here we go. Okay, sounding all right. Duplicate. Now put some bottom stuff on. Look, can I just remind you, we're using the factory library. This is not all singing, all dancing. Spit tools, VSL stuff. It's the factory library. Personally, I don't think that's too bad. Look, sounds. Look, if you just spent all your hard-earned money on one of these Komplete things, and it comes with this, you are going to be able to do proper stuff straight out the gate. And I think that's a quantum difference between where it was before and where it is now. And you still get all the old stuff, all the VSL strings and all it. You know, so look, hats off. If I had a hat, this is. Okay, pretty good, and so far I haven't noticed any weirdnesses. Okay, one or two things. Older libraries don't always show up in the browser. So for example, look, there's a number of libraries there, but not all of them. Where is Spitfire percussion? Where is Spitfire solo strings? They say if that happens, what you should do is you should look, because they exist. Where's Spitfire percussion? It's in here. So they show up in the old browser there, but they don't show up in the new one. So you're supposed to batch resave, which I have, and it still doesn't show up. But also some of the older libraries won't have the preview built in. So not all of the preview sounds are going to work. Whereas so the gist of this is the browser, it's a two-way street, obviously. The libraries need to be designed to work properly with the browser, and lots of the old ones won't. So the browser is useful as far as you get. With the native instrument stuff, obviously it works perfectly, but the older stuff it probably might not be. I haven't discovered anything else which is quirky, which is, I suspect, look, Kontakt 6, as we all know, much as we love it, could sometimes be like a spoilt toddler. And so you say, could you do this? And go, no. What? I told you to do it. No. Oh, what? I haven't had any of that with Kontakt 7. So presumably it's grown up and it's now well behaved. You say, do that. And he goes, yes, okay, I will. Which time will tell whether there are other little things which will come out of the woodwork. I'm running this on a silicon native version of Cubase in a silicon native version of Kontakt without any problems. I've saved this off and I've reloaded it, and it reloads everything fine. And when I first installed it, it found all the libraries without any problems. So touch wood, this might be, I may live to regret, this might be a fairly smooth transition from 6 to 7. And I'm really interested as people start digging into it to find out what these under the hood improvements have been. But, you know, I think this is a really, really positive development. Also interesting is the subscription model which is coming along. So Native Instruments have a subscription thing going for them, which is same price as everybody else's, whatever, £8, £9, dollars, whatever a month. Because a pound and a dollar are worth the same now, pretty much. So don't go there, guys. Don't go there. Okay. Don't be controversial. Okay, I won't. What was I saying? Yeah, okay. But subscription's great. I mean, you don't get everything on the subscription, but I haven't really looked at it in detail, but it's an interesting development. And, you know, it's sometimes people do the subscription thing and they actually don't have enough to subscribe to. You're subscribing to like 3 products or something. But this is a load of them. As I say, 141,000 presets and sounds and all that. And you go, oh my Lord, what's that? So, yeah. Hope you found this useful and all that kind of stuff. And we'll be back very soon with something else. And yeah, go and check it out. I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, thanks, Native Instruments. See you all soon.